this Johnny Depp, Amber Heard situation. We're going to get into some clips. I got some clips, people. I got some clips that I want to show y'all. I want y'all to understand what they're trying to do. Here you have Amber Heard, who was allowed to aid in the destruction of Johnny Depp, a guy who's been a staple in Hollywood for a very long time. There's two guys that's synonymous with Hollywood, but also is likable. That is Johnny Depp and Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves has chosen better women to be with than Johnny Depp, at least in this situation. Keanu Reeves would never date an Amber Heard. I just, sometimes you see certain things, certain red flags, you stay away from it. Johnny did not. Johnny saw a pretty face, a little bit of a younger female in Hollywood, and he decided to wife her up. She was basically his trophy, but I think in a way that was his undoing in that marriage, because I think she knew that. And she was determined to prove to him that he wasn't going to control her. Because there are women can be, man, And she was not going to allow Johnny Depp to just get over on her and treat her any kind of way. So me looking at everything over the last couple of years, it's very clear to me that she wanted to control that situation. Now, she has a lot of deep psychological issues. Amber Heard has a lot of deep psychological issues, man, that she probably needs to address. She probably needs to address those issues. Will she? I don't know. But this is why, once again, a lot of these people need a lot of help, man. They really do. And social media is not counseling. But social media has become counseling in some aspects. Being an actor or an actress has become counseling. They've been able to use their careers to get over the traumas that they have been through. Shout out to he called himself the Revelator. Because unfortunately, most men have been guilty of that. Yeah, that's true. That's why it's important for us, especially as content creators, to put an emphasis on that. We need to put an emphasis on, not just going with a woman because she has a pretty face. You have to really look at her qualities. You have to really, sometimes you don't have time to do that, but when you're trying to marry somebody, you do. Yes, she looks good on the outside, but it's very clear that Amber Heard has a lot of deep psychological issues, man. She has a lot of deep psychological issues. The stuff that I'm hearing, the disgusting behavior, cheating on him. Like, this woman really had no respect for him once they got together. And again, you got to be careful of the type of women you give your energy to. Because once you give your energy to these types of women, they're going to try to make your life miserable. Now on the screen, I have this article from Deadline. Johnny Depp ended his testimony in his $50 million defamation trial against Amber Heard on Monday with a declaration that he is the victim of domestic abuse, not her. Yes, the actor said when asked by his lawyer in the final question if he was a victim of domestic violence. Pirates of the Caribbean actor and his lawyers sought to reclaim the narrative after several days of cross-examination in which Heard's attorney has barraged the jury with texts and audio of the actor using violent language and angry outbursts. In redirect, Depp has declared that Heard stood in the way of almost every positive move in his life during their time together, up until their 2016 divorce. While he admitted last week that Heard was instrumental in his 2015 detox from opioids, Depp also painted his ex-wife as a potential trigger to a relapse. Depp said that if Heard didn't leave their LA residence and check into a bungalow at a Beverly Hills hotel for several days, I would have gone straight back to the pills. Heard did in fact go to the hotel as requested. That's not me. That's not who I've ever been, Depp said in one of his few moments, summing up the long expressed claims that he had been physically abusive to Heard. From a strategic point of view, that is the image and message Team Depp want to leave the jury with after the roller coaster of his testimony over the last week. To that, seeking to inject his own courtroom commentary at the defense table's expense, Depp had to be mildly reprimanded by the judge to answer the questions. In fact, most of this final portion of the actor's multi-day testimony was the legal equivalent of a sketch in a relation to the distinctly unflattering image presented by Heard's defense team. Depp addressed that on Monday as he was asked about the claims that he vomited in bed as he slept. Depp admitted that he did throw up in response to the stress of his relationship with Heard. That's crazy when you in a marriage with somebody and it drives you to vomit. That's crazy. But that's how bad it got, man. At another point, self-described poor old junkie, Depp could be heard on a recording boasting to Heard that I'm never getting clean and sober. That preceded much today by an audio of Heard talking to Depp about an occasion when he beat the shit out of her. Bizarrely, Depp's lawyers played another recording of the couple arguing over Depp's wanting to walk out on Heard, where the actor called her a pain in the ass, a harpy, and a man. Additionally, the agitated Depp was heard saying that Heard had a borderline personality disorder, as the actress told him she loved him. I believe the audios only captured a portion of their relationship, and I do believe she probably has different sides to her personality. You know, that he saw that nobody else did. I was done. I stated clearly, I don't want to be with you, Depp later told the court of the recording, which also had him asking Heard if she wanted to hit him in the ear again. No specifics were given of when Heard had allegedly struck the actor. When asked by his lawyer, Jessica Mayers, how he felt in the final days of the couple's marriage, Depp said he was being nailed in one stop and not being able to do anything but react to her screaming like a banshee and then telling me to calm down. On one recording, Heard was crying and told Depp that he is so effing mean and a bully, and you are killing me, Heard said at one point as Depp has an aide take his then wife away. I was broken. Really at the end, I couldn't take it anymore, Depp told the court of the end of the relationship. That was just the latest update I wanted to get to. People, I want you to understand something. You know, us as men, when we go through these types of things with women, we really don't want the world to know about it. We really don't. Listen, couples go through arguments all the time, right? But what people don't see is the fact that women are quick to put hands on men, especially in relationships. And it's very clear to me it was some mutual back and forth as far as arguing, this, that. But there was really no real evidence that he was like physically just putting his hands on her like that. But in court, you have to look at who's innocent and who's guilty. And I think that's what they're looking towards. But a lot of times us as men, and he said this during the trial, that Disney thought that he was guilty before he was innocent, and they kicked him out of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, which is the worst mistake they can make because they're trying to do a reboot that's going to do terrible, and Disney's already going through their own issues. That's what a lot of men, a lot of men nowadays, we are always guilty until proven innocent. Look at Tory Lanez. You got a woman doing interviews who continues to change her story. She admitted that she lied at first, and she wants to say it's because, she doesn't want to get Tory Lanez in trouble like, these black men who had issues with police. Yeah, right. You lie because you know what the truth is. But we're going to continue this lie because Rock Nation and others are putting you up to it. Because it's easy to throw a black man on the bus. You know what's funny? They will fight for, the right for black men to live and, black men to be able to succeed. But they will be quick to throw a black man under the bus whenever it suits them, right? Now, with us as men, this is why it's important for men to consume true red pill philosophy. Because if they don't understand the fact that they can stand up for themselves, they will be like some of these other weak males who bend the knee, who bow out, who takes the blame whenever they are done wrong to minimize any issues. But what you don't understand is that those issues are going to persist no matter what you do. It's just like when you apologize. Once you apologize, they're going to continue to go after you. And you have to understand that. So you can't be quick to apologize to a group of people who already don't like you.